Welcome to Game Day with Hick the Stick for week 7 of the college football season. BYU lost to Boise State last week, no longer undefeated. Penn State, Iowa, both were undefeated. It was 4-3. One team had to lose, and Penn State lost to Iowa. Alabama, Texas A&M. Texas A&M makes the field goal with no time left, beats Alabama, and Jimbo Fisher becomes the first former assistant coach to beat Nick Saban. Oklahoma, Texas, the Red River rivalry. It did not disappoint us. It'll be a game people will remember for a long time. Well, at least the Oklahoma fans, not as much as the Texas fans. But like we always say, it ain't over till you see 4 zeros in the fourth quarter. Week 6 was great. Can't wait to see what's going to happen in week 7.
First up, we have BYU versus Baylor.
BYU, Baylor, both have one loss, but BYU lost to Boise State last week. They were in the top 10. Boise State wasn't ranked. Nobody thought they'd lose this game, but they did. Now they got to bounce back and play a good Baylor team. Baylor at home in Waco. Can they get the win, the upset over BYU? I wanted to call it so bad, but I think BYU is going to bounce back this week and beat the Bears. I got BYU over Baylor.
All right, now it's time to ask Hick the Stick the hard questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, our first question comes from Mac McCoy, and he would like to know, what are your 5 teams that will finish the season undefeated?
5 teams. Well, I had to ask him personally what he meant by this, and he said at the end of the season, when all the bowls are over, everything's over, who's going to be undefeated? I don't think there'll be 5 teams undefeated, because Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, lots of good teams have already lost.
Yes.
And there's some teams still undefeated, but I see them losing too. I see a lot of teams maybe with 1 loss, but not undefeated. But I got Coastal Carolina, if I had to pick one. At the end of the season, they're going to undefeated the rest of the way, win their bowl game, and when it's all said and done, they're the only team undefeated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, where is Coastal Carolina?
It is in South Carolina.
South Carolina, okay.
So Coastal Carolina University.
All right, it's not usually something you hear.
Right.
So, wanted to check there.
Check them out.
All right, our second question comes from Will. And Will would like to know, how does the extra year of eligibility given due to COVID impact college football?
It impacts it a lot because a lot of people still stay in for like their 6th year because they redshirted. Now they're playing for another year. Some are there for 5 years. And then it's also helping mature the players.
Okay.
But now they're getting paid, so that's even more they're staying for. And football's changing. So I like it, the extra year, but I also don't like it. So there's all kinds of opinions, but it's helping like Clemson and their defense. They got a lot of players. That's the only reason they've won a lot of their games.
Okay.
They would have lost a lot more, but I like it.
All right, that's it for this week. Well, do you have a question for Hick the Stick? Go ahead, comment below, and ask those hard questions.
Second, we have TCU versus Oklahoma.
TCU, Oklahoma. Oklahoma came back to where, honestly, I did not think they were going to be able to come back, but they benched Spencer Rattler. Caleb Williams comes in, and they beat the Longhorns. They win the Red River rivalry. They win the gold hat. Caleb Williams, is he the new starting quarterback for Oklahoma? Or is Spencer Rattler going to come back? Well, my own opinion, I think Spencer Rattler is done. I don't think he's the quarterback for Oklahoma anymore. I think he'll probably get in the transfer portal and try to go somewhere else. Caleb Williams is the quarterback at Oklahoma. Will he get the W? I think he will, and I think Oklahoma wins at home in Norman against TCU. Now it's time for quick picks of the week. I'll make 5 quick picks. Our first game is UCF versus Cincinnati. Cincinnati gets the W. Arkansas versus Auburn. Arkansas wins. North Carolina State versus Boston College. Boston College wins a close one. Ole Miss versus Tennessee. Ole Miss wins. And Alabama versus Mississippi State. Roll Tide all the way. That's my quick picks of the week. So it is Hick the Chick's birthday, or actually it was yesterday, and she turned 14. Her golden birthday, 14 on the 14th. And so we're going to do something special today. So, Ellie, are you ready for this? I'm gonna ask
Is
you.
it a good special or a bad special?
It's a good special.
Okay,
Well,
I'm ready.
Okay, so I need you to do 14 of your favorite college football things in 30 seconds. Ready, set, go.
No many things.
Just go. Come on.
Trevor Lawrence, Clemson, Longhorns, OU, football, cheerleaders, bands, pom-poms,
Come on.
mascots, Gameday with Hick the Stick. How many more do I have?
4 more.
I don't know. Gameday with Hick the #1 pick.
No, that doesn't count. She got 10. You got 30 seconds. Come on. Okay, this is your other one. You got 1 more.
Okay.
Okay? You've already said kind of a little bit, but you can say it again. But 14 of your favorite teams in 30 seconds.
I don't know anybody
Here we go.
except for
Ready,
3.
set, go.
OU, Clemson, Texas. Is it No, that's
Roll time.
Alabama, Utah. I don't know. Iowa, Ohio State.
Come on.
Georgia, Bulldogs.
Keep going.
Gators. Why are you torturing me? I don't know.
Okay, well, you didn't finish either of them, but that was fun to watch you do that. But that was special for your 14th birthday, and I'm glad that you had a good one.
Make a wish.
Now it's time for the results and our predictions so far this year. Ellie is 6-7 in her predictions. Madison is also 6-7. And I am 8-5 in my predictions. So far, I'm getting the dinner, but we got some more predictions this week, so let's see who gets them right this week.
Next, we have Oklahoma State versus Texas.
Oklahoma State's number 12. Texas is number 25, even though they lost to Oklahoma last week. Who gets the win this week?
I'm gonna have to go with Oklahoma.
Oklahoma State for Madison. It's not Oklahoma. Come on,
Sorry,
Madison.
Oklahoma State.
You can't hurt me. It's my birthday week, okay?
Okay.
I'm picking what she picked.
Oklahoma State for Ellie. Well, it cannot be all of us picking Oklahoma State.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
And I talked to my best friend. I asked him, because I'm not his favorite on this show. I'm very upset. But he said, even if I picked Oklahoma State, I still not be his favorite. So I'm going with the Longhorns. They're going to bounce back from last week.
Can't help it that I'm this lovable.
A close game. Maybe Dicker might have to make a game-winning field goal, but the Longhorns
Speaking
bounce
of
back
that,
at home. And
Comment
win.
down below, who is your favorite out of us 3 Hicks?
Out of us 3 Hicks. Okay.
Hick the #1 pick, Hick the Stick, and Hick the Chick.
It is named after me, but that's another thing.
Tell Ethan that.
Hick the Stick's game of the week is Kentucky versus Georgia.
Hick the Stick's game of the week, number 11, Kentucky versus the number 1 team, Georgia. Alabama no longer number 1. Georgia is the number 1 team. Who you got?
I'm gonna have to go with the Bulldogs.
She's going with Georgia. Who do you got, Ellie?
Dogs? No. I'm gonna have to pick against dogs. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call it upset alert!
Upset alert. Oh. So you got Kentucky.
I got Kentucky winning.
Wow. Okay.
Go Ellie.
Another
I'm
big
coming out of my
upset.
comfort zone. I'm 14 now. More mature.
Okay. And I'm going with Madison, though. I'm going with the number 1 team. I'm going with Georgia and the Georgia defense.
Watch. They're both gonna get it wrong.
Now it's time for the verse of the week. I got Proverbs 1:10. It says, "My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not." Just say no. It's as easy as that. Have a great college football Saturday. Sit up straight.
Sit straight and tall.
Okay, we'll just stop it now. Predictions. Madison. Oh boy, Madison. She is 6-8. Right? No. Now it's time for the results from our predictions. So far, Ellie is 6-8 in her predictions.
6 and 7.